In a quiet village nestled at the foot of the great mountains, lived a young boy named Kalyan. He lived in a tiny cottage with a garden full of marigolds. Every morning, before the sun peeked over the peaks, Kalyan would sweep his floor and water his plants, singing songs of love to Lord Shiva. Kalyan did not have much, but he had a very big heart. On a small stone shelf inside his cottage, he kept a polished pebble that reminded him of the mountains. Every day he saved a small portion of his only meal, a tiny bowl of sweet rice and a piece of fruit, to offer as a gift to the great Lord. One evening, the sky turned the color of a bruised plum. Thunder rumbled like a hungry lion, and heavy rain began to lash against the windows. The wind howled through the trees, making the branches dance wildly. Kalyan hurried to latch his door tight against the cold. Suddenly, above the roar of the storm, there came a faint thump, thump, thump at the door. Kalyan froze. Who could be out in such a terrible night? He pulled back the heavy bolt and swung the door open. There stood an old traveler named Girish, shivering and soaked to the bone. "Please, child," Girish whispered, his voice trembling like a leaf. "The path is washed away, and I am very cold." Kalyan didn't hesitate for a second. He took the traveler's hand and pulled him into the warmth of the cottage, wrapping his own only dry woolen blanket around the old man's shoulders. Girish sat by the small hearth, the firelight dancing in his eyes. "I have walked many miles," he said quietly. "My stomach is as empty as a hollow drum. Do you have a scrap of bread for a tired wanderer?" Kalyan looked at his kitchen. The jars were empty, and the fire was low. Kalyan looked at the stone shelf. There sat the bowl of sweet rice he had saved for Lord Shiva. It was the only food left in the house. He thought to himself, "If the Lord were here, surely he would want me to help this hungry man." With a smile, he brought the bowl to Girish. Girish ate the rice slowly, savoring every grain. Kalyan watched him, feeling a strange happiness in his chest, even though his own stomach grumbled. "But child," Girish said, wiping his mouth, "now you have nothing left to give to your Lord. Are you not sad?" "Oh no," Kalyan replied softly. "My mother always told me that when we serve someone in need, we are serving the great Lord himself. You were hungry, and now you are full. That is the best gift I could ever give." As he spoke, a soft, golden light began to fill the room, coming from Girish. The old traveler vanished, and in his place stood Lord Shiva, radiant and tall, with the crescent moon in his hair. He placed a hand on Kalyan's head. "Your faith is not just in songs, but in your kindness," the Lord whispered. From that day on, Kalyan's garden never stopped blooming, and his heart was always full.